we are going to be joined by Gunnar Nelson, who, like I said, the last time we saw him in action was exactly 2 years ago today. Would you believe it? March 18th, 2023. How about that? And prior to that, it was March 19th, 2022 that we saw him. So here we are, almost exactly 2 years later. By Saturday, it will be a little over 2 years later. We'll see him back in action, back at the O2, this time against Kevin Holland. He's kind enough to join us. The pride of Iceland. There he is, Gunnar Nelson, our old friend. How are you, sir?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Long time no speak. It's so great to see you back. Did you know it was 2 years ago today, your last fight?
Yeah, I did. I did. Yes.
And then 3 years ago tomorrow, and it became almost like a yearly thing at the O2, you fighting in March at the O2, although you missed last year. Why has it been 2 years since your last fight?
I've just been concentrating on other things. I've been coaching quite a bit and yeah, focusing on the team and not as much myself.
So it wasn't injuries or anything like that?
Not really. I mean, you always have something. I've been fighting for many, many years, so there's always something, but nothing serious. Just focusing on other things like coaching and stuff.
Okay, and so is it up to you to tell the UFC, like, how does the process work? Do you tell them, hey, I'm ready to come back? Do they just hit you up, occasionally? How does that work?
Yeah, it's kind of like that. You tell them when you're ready and stuff like that. And I was actually looking to fight a little bit earlier than this, but couldn't get matched up for December. And then yeah, they mentioned London. They usually want me here, so
Yeah.
here I am.
How do you, some believe in cage rust, some don't. How do you feel about it since it will be 2 years since your last fight?
Yeah, I mean it's not the first time that I've had a long layover, so I'm not too worried.
Okay. Kevin Holland, obviously a big name, a little bit of a quick turnaround for him. What did you think of the matchup when it was offered to you?
Yeah, I liked it. Kevin is a popular fighter. He's a fun fighter as well. I like to watch him fight. He's creative. He does everything. He's dangerous everywhere. He knows his way around the ground as well, and he's good. He's fun. He's exciting.
You mentioned the ground. That has obviously been a bit of a sore spot for him. Usually when fighting wrestlers, but obviously your grappling is elite. Without giving away too much, would it be fair to say that you're going to try to continue to exploit that, his deficiencies on the ground?
Yeah, I'll try to exploit everything I can, but definitely. You've watched my fights and you've known me for some time. It's no secret what I try to do in my fights.
Yes. Do you still love the idea of fighting? Do you still have that same passion? What motivates you at this stage of your life?
Yeah, I was actually talking to that with one of my coaches the other day. I've had different motivation like throughout the years, and um, like right now, I feel like one of the stronger ones would be to inspire my team and the people that I train with and stuff like that. Yeah.
Did you train for this fight at ATT Europe?
Yes.
Okay, is that the home gym for you now?
No, I mean, I still my main coach is still MMA coach is still John. But this time around, we decided to go to Croatia to follow my striking coach, Luka, who lived in Iceland for a long time. Recently moved back to Croatia, so I knew that he had some really good partners for me there, and I decided to go there. And the plan was to go from there to Dublin, but when we got there, we just liked it a lot, and to save a little bit of travel, we just decided to stay there.
Okay, and
Um,
of course you're
the
referring
camp
to
was
John
great.
Kavanagh, the head man over at SBG Ireland, which you've been a part of their team for so long. So will he be cornering you for this fight?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did he go to Croatia too?
No, no, we just kept in touch through the the internet and stuff, and send some stuff over, and we've done that before. We have a very good relationship, me and John. Obviously, I've been friends, very good friends for a long time, and he's been my coach from the start. So it's quite easy for us to work together, even though we're not together.
Okay. You recently, I think just a few months ago, you welcomed, I think, your third child to this great world. Is that accurate?
Yeah, yeah, about year and a half ago.
Oh, was it a year and a half ago? I thought it was just a few months ago. So how many? So you have three now, right?
I do.
And the oldest is how old?
He's 10. He'll be 11 now in May.
Okay. And is he training?
Yeah, he trains sometimes. He's like on and off, but he mostly focuses on football, and he's playing handball now as well.
Amazing. So I was just wondering if we obviously know about your father, legend, yourself. Do you think one of your kids is going to follow in your martial arts footsteps?
I don't know. We'll see. I, I I try not to pressure them to do anything. Just to do what they love, and stay active, and just inspire them to do basically what they want to do. So if they want to do martial arts, then I will fully support them. But if they don't, then that's fine as well.
No pressure to do martial arts, but pressure to eat sheep's head. Yes,
Of course,
everyone
it's
has to
very
eat that.
important.
When you
Yeah,
when you introduce that to the youngsters, like is it at a year or 2 years? When do you bring that into the?
yeah. Basically, when they start eating.
Okay. Yeah. No, that makes total sense. Obviously, we mentioned your father, the great Holly Nelson. I saw a series of photos, you and your father, I think 2021, 2022, 23, 24. You always take the same photo with him on New Year's Eve. Is this the tradition? Where is this? Because I love this.
Yeah, yeah. This is outside my parents' home in Iceland.
Look at that. Same one.
Yeah. Same one every year. This is yeah. It's become a tradition for us, and we'll keep it.
How is he doing?
He's good. He's good. He's gonna be here tomorrow night, I think, and yeah, he's happy.
Okay.
He's getting stressed, of course, like always.
Stressed because you're fighting?
Yeah, he it never goes away for him. It never goes away.
Do you think he would prefer if you stopped fighting at this point?
It would lower his blood pressure for sure.
Has he told you this?
As he told me, he doesn't have to tell me.
Oh, you could tell.
Oh yeah.
Okay. How
Well, I
many?
think it's natural. I mean, I can definitely see that if my son was fighting, maybe I would feel the same.
It's wild because when you look back at when you debuted and all the cards you were on, a lot of those guys are no longer there, are no longer fighting. Even the guys that you came up with at SPG, and so I'm wondering how much longer do you want to do this for?
Yeah, I've asked myself the same question. I don't know. And to be honest with you, I'm just gonna go with the flow on this one, and take it by ear, and we'll see. I still feel very good. Um, it's hard to stop.
Yeah.
Fighting is fun, and there's something there that always calls you back. So as long as I'm healthy and willing, we'll keep going.
Is there a chance this is your last one? Is there any chance at all?
Yeah, like I said, I'm gonna take it by ear. Of course, there's a chance, but I doubt it. I highly
Okay.
doubt it.
Do you like the routine, the cadence of fighting once a year? Is that enough for you?
Right now it has been. I've just been, like I said, my concentration has been more on my team, and it's a little bit different when you're traveling away. Like I always travel away when I'm preparing for a fight and stuff like that, and sometimes I like to just have one thing to focus on, which is hard when you have three kids, but uh, you know what I mean. Like try not to divide my concentration too much. So right now it was fine, but we'll see. Maybe we'll get a quick turnaround this time.
Okay. Um,
See.
yes. And I'm assuming you don't mind that you're always seemingly on these European cards. Like there's no part of you that says, "Oh, I want to fight in America. Who cares?" Right?
Yeah, we were that's what we were kind of looking at in December, but we'll see. I don't mind. I'll fight anywhere really. But of course, I'm well familiar with London and O2 here, and I love it, so it's not a problem for me.
You know what's wild? I do believe your last tweet shows your standing in the welterweight division, but it's from 2 years ago. Most
Hmm.
submissions. Here you are from March of 23, proud to hold two UFC records, one for submission and the other for striking accuracy in the welterweight division. That's 7 submissions and 60.5%. So this is from your last fight. And you also mentioned maybe not just a grappler with a smiley face. Would you believe it? 2 years later, you're still number one in both those categories.
Oh, nice,
Isn't that
nice.
crazy?
We'll try to get it even higher this time.
Yes, but it is it does show your well-rounded skills and you still maintain that top spot. I did have a little bit of a bone to pick with you because I do believe they consider you somewhat of an unofficial Irishman, right, due to your affiliation with SBG Ireland. But I did see in an interview recently that you mentioned that Croatian potatoes are the best potatoes in all the world, and I feel like some of your Irish brothers and sisters would take issue with that. So, care to? I've never heard much about Croatian potatoes. I've heard a lot about the Irish potatoes, but not the Croatian. So, what is going on here?
Yeah, I don't know. It's something that just when we arrived in Croatia, the food here, the food in Croatia was unbelievable, really, really good. And for me, something that stood out was the potato. I don't know what it is that they do with that potato or how they grow it or whatever. It is something else.
Really?
Um, yeah, and I love the potatoes in Ireland. However, I definitely recommend the Irish people to try the Croatian potato, and I'd like to know what they think.
Compare and contrast. Any particular way you eat it over there? Is it like French fries? Is it just cut up raw? What do you do?
No, it's so one of my favorite ways is what they call pekka. So it's under the oven they call it. So there's like a big kind of fireplace, um, and they have a steel hood that they put over the food and cook everything like that.
Okay.
That's one probably my favorite so far.
Do you celebrate St. Patrick's Day due to your affinity for the Irish?
Not really, not
No.
really. You know.
No. Yeah, you got more important things. By the way, there is a new champion since you last fought in the welterweight division. What do you think of Bilal Muhammad?
Yeah, he's good. He's a good fighter, very good wrestler, and keeps a high pace. And yeah, not too much. I haven't really watched a lot of fights with him, but yeah, he's doing well.
I feel like you're the kind of guy who doesn't really like stay up to watch these fights. Like if you're not preparing or active, you're not sitting around on a Sunday morning watching UFC.
No, not usually. I have to wake up early the next day.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I understand that. What about
But
the
I do watch some of the cards, yes.
Leon versus Sean, the main event, your weight class? You know Leon, you fought him several years ago. What do you make of that one? Do you have a pick in that one?
I like Leon. Sean is another guy I haven't watched too much. No offense, I don't watch that many fights.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like Leon, and I mean we've shared the octagon together, and so yeah, I'd be happy to see him win.
We just talked about your longtime friend and teammate's visit to the White House yesterday, Conor McGregor. Have you had a chance to train with him at all in the last few months? Has he been around?
No, I haven't trained with Connor for a long, long time. We keep in touch sometimes on Instagram and stuff like that, and yeah, but I haven't met him in a good while,
Okay.
some years.
Really? Wow. Any particular reason, or I guess him not being
Well, I
active?
guess just life.
Yeah.
He's very busy doing his thing, and I'm doing my thing, and yeah, I think it's just life
How do you foresee Saturday going?
for myself.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
yeah. You thinking submission? You
Excited.
thinking a striking battle? What are you feeling?
Yeah, a little bit of everything. We'll see where the fight takes us, but I'm excited to get in there and feel his energy.
Well, we're excited to have you back. It's always fun to watch you fight. I wish selfishly we could see you more often, but I understand why, and we will cherish these last few fights. How many there are left, we will cherish them. So looking forward to it. Good luck to you on Saturday, and thank you for the time as always, Gunnar.
Thanks very much. Thank you for having me.
All right, there he is, the pride of Iceland, Gunnar Nelson. We've been talking to him for many years. His UFC debut, would you believe it? September of 2012. Thanks for watching this video. Before you go, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button for us. Also, give us a thumbs up, leave a nice comment. These things go a long way. And while you're here, do check out the rest of the channel. We've got live shows and full interviews, clips, and a whole lot more. We're doing big things here, and we appreciate your support very much.